First off, I want to thank Coach Moeller and Illinois State for making this happen on such short notice. This is a great series for our program. Have a lot of respect for the program he's built there at Illinois State. It'll be a heck of a test for us when we return the game next season. But as far as our players, I was thrilled with our response. I thought we had 2 really good days of practice, and it carried over to the game floor. Was thrilled with our effort at the defensive end of the court. I thought that really enabled us to force some tougher shots, and we did a pretty solid job on the defensive glass there. Offensively, the ball moved a lot better. The execution was much improved. Overall, I was just pleased that we played with the effort and energy that our fans and our coaching staff expect from our players.
And we'll open it up for questions.
Coach, how much was a game like this needed for your guys to build confidence, especially coming off of that game against MTSU when the offense seemed to start picking up a rhythm and the guys started playing with a little bit of rhythm as well?
Yeah, well, it was just one game on Wednesday, and Middle Tennessee was terrific. That was some of the best perimeter defense we've gone up against in the last 5 years. So I want to make sure they get their credit and their due. But I do think it was important for us to get some confidence, especially going into Tuesday's challenge against Austin Peay. It's just, when you get beat like that in the second half, and I know it was our first game of the year and it's just one game, but just it's a sick feeling because that's not the way we want to play the game. And I thought we got back to doing the things that we need to do to have an opportunity to keep getting better as the season goes along. So I was thrilled we were able to get this game against a really good team, and offensively, on their offensive end of the floor, they run some really good offensive actions that really challenge your defense. And so I was very pleased with our improvement at that end of the floor.
Coach, good evening. Tevin Brown scores 1,000 points. I know you've talked a lot about his skill set and what he's able to provide, but a near triple-double tonight, and he passes a big career milestone. What can you say about his effort tonight and just in general for your program?
He was awesome. He was awesome in all facets of the game, and that's what we need him to do for us to max out as a team this year. Obviously, he scores it, but he had 9 defensive rebounds, 6 assists, only 1 turnover, made a great play on the penetrating kick corner 3 to Chico there late in the game. And most importantly, I thought he set the tone at the defensive end of the floor. They have some outstanding one-on-one players who can really score it. All 3 of their perimeter guys were double-figure scorers coming in, and I thought he really set the tone at that end of the court. And then the last thing you can't leave out, it doesn't show up anywhere in this box score, but he's such a great screener, and he got us some easy layups tonight with his unselfishness and his intelligence at the offensive end of the floor. And so it's a great honor. I'm very happy for him. I think he's the 47th player in the history of this great program. So I'm excited to see him join that 1,000-point club. But overall, I was more pleased that he was terrific on the court tonight.
You touched on it a little bit there about screening. Williams kept finding himself right under the basket with back picks across the paint. What made that so effective tonight? Was it just good screening, or what made that so effective?
It was the screening and then the passing. We actually had some good opportunities on Wednesday, and our passing was just horrific. So I thought we did a better job delivering the ball to guys when they were open. We didn't dribble the air out of the ball today. We found out on Wednesday there's plenty of air in the ball. We need to move the ball. And I thought today when the ball moves side to side, when you're screening, you're executing, you're running offense, you usually end up getting higher quality looks. And I think that's what we were able to do today.
There was a couple of periods in the second half where turnovers and unforced errors started to hurt you guys. I think there was a period where it was 6 turnovers in a 4-minute span that allowed Illinois State to come back. What do you guys have to do to work on that? Is it putting too much pressure on each player, or is it slowing down to try to prevent those?
I think it's just getting the experience. I'm really not worried about the turnover. I wasn't really worried about how we were going to play tonight. I just wanted to make sure we competed at a high level and played with great energy and toughness. And I thought we did. And when you do those things, then you can get better at areas like fundamentals. We did have some unforced errors. I thought they did a nice job shooting some passing lanes to get some steals as well. But that was good for us to see. Obviously, Austin Peay is going to watch the film. And you're right on, Adam. You can't go a 4-minute stretch with 6 turnovers. And we've all seen Austin Peay and the great job Coach Figure's done there with their pressure, half-court, man-to-man defense. So we're going to have to cut down on our turnovers heading into Tuesday night's matchup.
Coach, Illinois State. Oh, sorry, yeah. Coach, Illinois.
Okay.
Illinois State gets it to within 47-42, I believe, and then Justice Hill, 2 colossal back-to-back threes to really stretch that out back to double digits. What can you tell us about Justice's play tonight and what he was able to do for your team, especially with the 6 assists?
The same thing I told him in that huddle when they called timeout. Those 2 threes came from the defensive end of the floor. I thought he really ramped up the pressure on the ball. We were able to force Illinois State into a couple turnovers, which enabled us to get out in the open floor, and he hit those 2 huge threes for us. But I thought his overall game was outstanding tonight. But we need him to take advantage of that quickness at the defensive end of the floor, and I thought he did so. And then, I want him taking those open threes. He's a really good shooter. I thought it was an unselfish play by Tevin. He knew he had just hit one. Tevin made a great extra pass to Juice for that big 3 to go up 11.